appreciate God for this privilege to share. And then for this new, call it idea, we call it way of imparting. Don't forget, our purpose is to nurture the next generation back to Christ. And then we have different platforms to which we do that. The Spirit Coco, the reality platform. The reality platform, which is today, it's all about making things real for people, especially children of God, how things, what is happening in the world, and how Christian can go about strategizing it. Like I always inform people and remind people, prayer is a strategy. It's one of the keys that will help. Not one, not all, not the only thing. These days Christians pray a lot, but the other strategies they don't put in place. Many Christians are suffering today. Many are frustrated today. So on this platform, the reality platform, we are starting this series from today on great men, people that have been there. There's an adage in my language, in Yoruba language, that says if you want to be successful, just ride in the shoulders of those who have been successful, meaning learn from them. So on this platform, the reality, we bring in great men, great women, Christians who have paid their dues, Christians, maybe pastors, maybe businessmen. They have something to say about relationship. They have something to say about money. They have something to say about life, and how they face their own problem, and then they are successful out of it, and hold young people. So after I do this one, maybe next episode also, you see me tell people about purpose. Then here the person that we want to share, that I've listened to and I've shared that this thing that he said will be a blessing. Don't forget, I want to transfer that to impart people, to turn people, help people, whether through the storm, whether go through what they are going through, and then stand before God blameless and before man blameless. Once again, this is the reality platform. Let me remind you also, tomorrow is Speak Coco, and on that platform also, which is Speak Coco, we started the series on why you can ask the counselor. So we tag the Spirit Coco platform, Ask the Counselor. So you bring forth your questions. I will try as much as possible to read one or two people's questions, and as I'm reading answering the question, also can drop your question at the comment box also, so that later I can respond to it on that same Ask the Counselor program that we are starting tomorrow. Let's not forget, Friday is the first Friday in October, and if you don't know, we're starting a video every Friday called the Midnight Cry. Before now, we just post prayers on our status on our platforms, and people pray about it, and then they testify. But come October 1st, which is the first Friday, every Friday from October, we'll be praying. We're having a video at least for 30 minutes, and how God will lead us, and I'm sure God will lead us through. So don't hesitate to join us. And if you stumble in any of our fellowship, any of our platform, any of our program, please respond to us. And I encourage you also to share content. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that. It will go a long way to help us push the gospel to where it should be. We encourage also our ministry, the Imagemakers world is a fertile ground. Please help us to push this gospel to the further areas in the world, so by donating, by supporting what we do. I'm sure you see on the crawler on the screen our details on where you can put your support or pay whatever you have. You can be a covenant partner, monthly, weekly, yearly, however God lays in your heart. I can assure you there's nothing that you give to us that you not get back 100-fold. So please join me. First, join me. Don't let me mention the name of the person, because we will see use this for other videos. So please join me to listen to how one of the ways you can listen can benefit, can be a blessing, can go through this trying time, especially in these last days. Thank you very much.
This is a spoken word by Magislord titled Power.
Many young men do not understand the cognition of power. We think power is money, but power is not being the president of the country. Don't you know of many men better than Dangote but never succeed? Or do you think Ben Carson was the best surgeon in John Hopkins Hospital? There are things you need to know. You need to understand that power is not related to energy as it is written in physics, but it is your inbuilt. Power is the potential you need to possess to drive you to glory as fast as speed of light. Power is gotten not with force nor by war, neither is it taken by huge men. Remember the African aphorism that says, big body does not guarantee who will open the door, but he who has the key will open with ease. Dear youth, gather enough momentum for the race to success is so hard. Dear youth, augment your success mass, for there are obstacles heavier than planet Earth in the ways of success. Get power, not money. Get power, not position. Take a drive, a zeal of hard work. Gather potential. Get momentum. Culture and nurture yourself. Get capacity. Increase your weight. Do not obey gravity that says what goes up comes down. No. When you get power, you will go up and never come down.
Hi, I'm Matthew Shimolo. Welcome to the Money Masterclass, where we teach you to make, manage, and multiply money. You know, many people want to know about investment. How do I invest? Where do I get the initial capital to invest? What do I do to invest? My teaching today is going to be a different one. It's going to be on how to invest in yourself. Because if you don't invest in yourself and the wealth comes, a fool and his money can be parted. It is said that the pugilist boxer Mike Tyson made $350 million, but today he is broke. Possibly because of the lack of personal investment in oneself. So let's start from there. Number one, optimize your life and circumstances. What do I mean? You were born in a circumstance, you live in a place. Some of you are in the land of opportunities. Someone's praying to have what you have, but you probably have never valued it. So organize your life. Be chaos-free. Put order to your immediate environment. Don't let your life be a life of disorder. Don't be the one every morning you wake up, you're going to work or church, you don't know where your socks is. You know, say, where was my socks? Your shoes are not in order. So optimize your life and circumstance. Some people will think, when I have a big house, then I can be organized. If you cannot be organized in a small place, you cannot be organized in a big place. You know, did you know that if you take people who live in a ghetto and put them in a big, expensive house, they will ghettoize the house? And if you take people who live in some beautiful, nice place, that's their habit, and you put them in the ghetto, you'll be shocked they will transform the ghetto. Optimize your life and circumstances. Number two, you've got to learn to be strong enough to overcome the negatives you've permitted. You see, wealth creation starts with you stopping some negatives. Maybe relations who have been taking advantage of you, people who are blackmailing you, people who are living off you and taking advantage of that opportunity. You have to be strong enough to overcome the negatives you have permitted. Any space you give, people turn it to a bigger space. Have you noticed if a child has temper, if you always respond to the temper tantrum, it increases all the time. Number three, you need to learn to use better equipments and tools for your own vision. What do? Are you a carpenter? Get the best equipment. Are you a plumber? Get the best equipment. What do? Are you a barber? Use the latest, best equipment that money can buy. And if you don't have the money for the best, get the next best. But always settle for best from the beginning, because if that's the way your mind works, you will create wealth. Use better equipment for your work, for your comfort, for excellence. Let that be known of you, that you always commit yourself to the best that a man can get. You know, those who advertise Gillette, the shaving equipment, they say Gillette, the best a man can get. I'm not sure, and I'm not advertising for them, but I'm trying to say that's a nice way to think. Not, you see, the most expensive car is no proof of good transportation. The best will be the one that fits what you do. For example, if for the moment in your career, what you need is a pickup truck, don't go buy yourself an S-Class Mercedes. It's not the best. That pickup truck that both serves you, your family, carries everyone when you are going somewhere, and then serves your business is the best at this time, in this season of your life. Then next thing, expand, expose yourself to the creative world. What do we mean? Open yourself, learn things, or learn art, learn ideas, exercise your creative muscle. In fact, you've read other people's books. Why not even try to write one? Even if you don't intend to publish, just write it. Give someone who can read it, and they'll say, wow, you wrote this. And you'll be amazed. I've written 108 books. The first one was the most difficult. It was the most difficult. I'm voracious with books. I love books. I've read and read and read. But then I had not written until I wrote the first one. But once I wrote the first one and good feedbacks came, boom, 2 or 3 jumped up in my spirit. Once I wrote those 3, another set lined up. And though I've told you I've written 108, I have several others that I have not written that are ready, are in the pipeline. So learn to expose yourself to the creative world and exercise your creative muscle. Next point, clean up your image. Look sharp. Look the way you want to be treated. Look the way you want to be addressed. Dress the way you want to be addressed. Don't say, what's wrong with me? Why should people be looking at my hair? It's product they want to buy. You are a total message. You are a total package. And if you want to create wealth, you have to realize you don't live alone in this world. You have to make yourself acceptable, appreciable, and presentable. You have to realize that people prejudge you before they even hear you open your mouth, speak. We're talking here in investing in yourself. And if you don't, people will know if you are just shell without content. Shell without content. Have you ever seen sometimes a really beautifully well-packaged thing, but then no content? But at least it was packaged. So package yourself, then have content. Let me even push further by giving you the next point. The next point, learn languages. Brain expands when you step out of your regular culture. Some people expect everyone to come to them, to their culture, to accept their culture, and to operate in their culture. They don't realize that they need to step out. There are things you don't know. There are reasons people do things the way they do. When you understand another man's language, how his language works, then you will know why when he spoke to you in the language you understood, it sounded like an insult. If, for example, a Frenchman wants to speak English, he probably had to first convert it in his head. It didn't come out the way you know to speak English. You wouldn't take offense because you have learned languages. It also helps you. You go places, people feel comfortable that you could say something in their language. They even are ready to go extra mile, give you a discount. You are investing in yourself. You say, listen, we now live in a global world. We are in the season of globalization. If, for example, I finish what I'm doing right now and I decide I want to go to America, it would take me less than half a day to get there. If I want to go anywhere in the world, we now live in a global village. You know, language has helped for people to be able to make sense of some things and to be able to flow with life.
Whoa, yeah. You are mighty God, mighty God. Whoa, yeah. Mighty one. One who sits high but looks way down low. Oh, yeah. You are good, you are kind, you are more than these. Lost for words, trying to describe you. Elohim, Elion, Ale Shelewi. Greatness is all I see. There is nothing you cannot do. There's no mountain you cannot move. If you have said it, then you will do it. 'Cause you have a track record of keeping your word. And you're not about to stop doing it now. All over Ambaye, all over Ambaye, should be one low showroom. Should be yile showroom. All over Ambaye. By the blood that you shed, we have overcome. This charge that acquitted for life. Then you gave us the right to your holy name.